I'm very excited to give you my recipe to celebrate this coronation. This is my tribute to King Charles, absolutely taking inspiration from the original Coronation chicken, but we're gonna take it to a new place. It's gonna take those little taste buds and give them a right old slap about, and this is a meal that you can have at home. You can have it as a roast dinner if you want. Or the intention is to turn it into the most epic coronation chicken salad. You can take it in little components and go to a little street party and unleash this beautiful, colourful, tasty thing that all your mates are going to be jealous of. You ready? Should we do this? Okay, over here, I've got a nice little 1.8 kilo free-range chicken. We're going to roast that smothered in some beautiful spices. So we're going to use a curry paste. I'm going to take 2 cloves of garlic, and I'm just going to add to an already brilliant paste to make it much more unique and pungent and perfumed and layered in flavour. I've got ginger, a thumb-sized piece of ginger, so fresh, so juicy and fragrant. If you take a nice fresh chilli, you can also grate that. Have a look at that. See that? It's almost like a red slurry. Really nice. And then on the other side, we've got the skin and the seeds, which we won't take. So that is the beginning of our little paste. These pastes, by the way, this is one that I do, but there's lots of different types of pastes out there. I'm gonna add a little olive oil, just a tablespoon or 2. I'm gonna take some coriander. I'm gonna use the leaves in the salad, and these stalks that some people throw in the bin, no way Jose, right? I'm just gonna cut those stalks and finely slice them, they're washed. So on that kind of conversation of no waste, let's just talk about King Charles. We had the most incredible Prince Charles, who was an advocate of farming, small farms, the environment, being in contact with nature, waste, sustainability, all the things that are fashionable now. He's been doing that for like 45 years. That is inspiration to all the food lovers out there, the farmers out there, people like me, to do even more. If you are a vegetarian or a vegan, we will swap out, obviously, the chicken, and we can do beautiful things with whole cauliflowers and roast them and burn them a bit. Incredible flavours. All this will get in there. It will be next level. Beautiful split squashes or pumpkins. Amazing. A mixture of all those things. Beautiful root vegetables. This is a brilliant time of year. This is like one of the best times of year to do all of that. If you're cool with things like tofus and things like that, you can have some fun with that as well. When you marinate tofu, you know, in these spices, it penetrates into it. So you can have some real fun with that. So I'm doing this, by the way, in a casserole pan. You can do it in a high-sided roasting tray. That's fine. Let's mix this up. So we're gonna have a massage on the chicken. You can put rubber gloves on if you want, because of the raw chicken or the spices. Or, you know, if you're a geezer like me, we'll just go in with hands and we'll have a nice little wash up afterwards. The other thing is, we are gonna have, echoing some of the flavours of the retro Coronation chicken, we've got pineapple, and we have a little bit of a split camp in our office when we were testing this for you lovely people. Do you go fresh pineapple? If you go fresh, when you pick it, just go to the centre, and if the leaf comes out really easily, that's a good sign that it's going to be ripe. If you smell it, and have a little smell up in the supermarket or market, it should smell sweet. If it's not, that's fine. Get it a week before, and just plop it on the windowsill and just let it get ripe. So I'm going for tinned pineapple, and there's something about these cute little rings that makes me happy. Are they delicious? Yes. Are these pineapples perfectly ripe when they're processed? Yes. So we're gonna go with that vibe. We're gonna go in with the chicken. Obviously raw meat is never very glamorous, but before I get my hands in there, when we're working with chicken, we always want to think about what we're touching and when. We don't want to cross-contaminate raw chicken with cooked things or things that you're not going to cook later. So I'm going to do all my chopping now, so we're good to go. I've got 4 onions, red or white, doesn't matter, and I'm going to quarter that back to the chuk-chuk over here. We have a little clean down. So no one has touched this chicken yet, but we soon will. I've got another little trick by taking a humble lemon, wash it if it's waxed. This is an unwaxed one. Put it in that microwave and give it 45 seconds of blasting. The friction of the microwaves will make that citrusy lemon turn into a steaming, festering, gorgeous bomb of heat and juiciness. And that will get the heat going into that chicken straight away. And don't forget to prick your lemon before you place it in the microwave. Come forth for a royal lemon, which is scalding my hand. So look, let's just park that before we really park it. Okay, let's take the spices. Look at the colours. You can tell I'm quite excited about this, but I love parties. I love any excuse for communities to come together. So look, here's my chicken. You have to give it a proper massage. You get it right in there. So, onions go in. That'll go to the bottom. Then get our hot steaming lemon right in the jacksie. Imagine that, right? Hot steaming. And then we're going to take the chicken up and we'll just toss the onions in all this gorgeousness. That will be like a little trivet. Now I'm going to have a clean down. Watch. Did you see that? No chicken has touched that tap. Okay, so just a little bit of olive oil on the top just to get that skin crispy. And then a little seasoning of lovely sea salt. So we're going to take that amazing chicken. We're going to cook it for an hour and a half at 180 degrees Celsius, which is 350 Fahrenheit. Halfway through, I'll turn this chicken around and give it a good basting. And then I'll introduce the pineapple to caramelize and roast. So let's let that cook and then I'll show you what happens next. So the chicken has had 45 minutes. The room is smelling absolutely incredible. So take the chicken out, just briefly, and what we're gonna do, oh, it smells amazing. We're gonna take some of these lovely juices. We'll angle the pan and we'll just baste it with lovely drippings and juices. Look at that, come on. So by basting the chicken, you're creating more coverage of flavor and those lovely natural fats as well. That's going to create also more kind of crispiness and gorgeousness. I'm also going to take the chicken and I'll just turn it over like this onto its back. So you get nice crispiness here as well and even heat distribution. Now the pineapples will come out and just throw them in and we'll toss those up and break them up later. And they will caramelize and get nice and golden. So back in the oven we go, maybe with a little kiss of salt. It smells amazing. So 45 minutes left to go, and then I'll show you what to do next. Stop, collaborate and listen. Just like Vanilla Ice used to say. Do you remember that song? I feel that is very Coronation centric, right? But look at this chicken, just look at it. Crispy skin. Beautiful. I've let this rest for about 20 minutes and what you get, don't move away. Come back, Mr. Cameraman. What you have is the most sumptuous, tender meat. Just falls off the bone, right? That's what we want, okay? Angle that pan as I am here, right? We've let this rest a little bit. Just look at that, the tenderness, right? What I want to do is strip the skin off of this, right? None of this is going to be wasted, right? So we have good skin, but I want better skin. So I'm going to take this crispy skin and I'll put it to one side. And I'll take the meat, put it to one side, and we're going to break down this chicken. This skin is like the best bit. That little lonely lemon, not so lonely anymore, is it? So what we have in here is almost like a little confit lemon, and that's going to go into our dressing. So mega flavour. Strip the meat off the bone, pull it all off. We're going to take that skin, and it's going to go into a pan, and we're going to get that so crispy. Just tear it up. That will go on almost like a crouton at the end of our salad. And that's going to be amazing. Back to the chicken. Here is what we call the oyster. So once I've got the breast out, you can just tear that into nice chunks. Look how lovely. Look at the juiciness. Come on. And I'm now going to toss it up, okay? So this is going to cool down. Let me just wash my hands. So just a little pick-me-up of pepper and salt there. I can take this lovely lemon, squeeze that out. Obviously avoid any of those pips. Cut that into a little quarter like that. The white part is not what you want, and it's bitter. Just run your knife. It doesn't have to be a sharp knife. It can be a little butter knife as well. Just, can you see how I've cleaned that up? Just the yellow, right? So this now is completely edible and delicious. And then with this skin, again, we're wasting nothing. Finely slice that lovely lemon skin. So in we go. In the pan here, can you see how this has gone really crispy? Put the crispy bits in here for a second. Add any nuts of your choice. I've got flaked almonds here. You can have some cashews if you like. These bits of skin over here, we're going to put these in with the nuts. with a little pinch of salt. Oh. And we're just gonna gently and beautifully toast these. And we'll sprinkle that on the top at the very end. So crunchy nuts and chicken skin. We've got gorgeous spiced chicken here. Go in with like 1 or 2 nice big tablespoons of Greek yogurt, and then we'll just stir this through like this. Look at that. That is gonna be phenomenal. Don't forget, we've got the leftover juice of the pineapple, and that acts almost like an acidic kind of side as well. So that will just let it down, the rest of that. This is a little bit more moist now because it hasn't seen the fridge, but what you get is more tenderness, more deliciousness. You know, it's just a very luxurious experience, right? So if you can kind of make it, you can keep this at room temperature for an hour easily on a big platter. It's going to be amazing. If you do want to chill it down, it'll obviously firm up and it'll still be delicious and very transportable. So you can kind of take the crispy bits in one dish, this in another dish. You got all your little salads in another, and then when you get to a party or a picnic or a street party, whatever you're going to, I love a little platter action. So I'm just going to lay some nice gem lettuce, which you can get everywhere. Just lay it around a platter. Then we can go in with our beautiful, oh, just look at that. Woo! This is good. Flavour galore. Everyone will start watching. What's he or she up to? What's going on? They'll be curious. Say nothing. Just be devoted to your coronation chicken. Oh! Then we've got our skin, our crispy bits. Put that in and around as well. The coriander leaves, I just put in cold water. A few ice cubes really help. That really brings them to life. Here's some pomegranates. A little bit of extra explosion of sweetness and colour. And then if you want to have a little bit of cucumber action, get a fork and just scratch it like that. So cucumbers in and around. Bit of chilli, just to see on top. Last but not least, poppadoms. Crunch it up. And there you go. That is my homage to King Charles Coronation Chicken, J.O. style. Right, enough talking. Let's do it. Let's just get in there. Let's take a bit of that chicken, some of those caramelized onions, a little bit of that gorgeous pineapple, some crispy skin, poppadom, bit of chili. You don't have to eat it like this. You can just toss it up like a Caesar salad. But for me, this is going straight in there. Mmm. Mmm. Wow. Poppadom and gemlet is just crunching and fresh and salty. And then you got this silky, pullable, juicy chicken. Honestly, that technique, lemon, jacksie spices. Ah. So there you go, lovely people. Don't watch me eat it. Get down the supermarket, get cooking, have a wonderful coronation. And I guess the correct thing to do would say, God save the king. Cheers.